everybody, this is Joan, your independent Princess House consultant. Today's product that I am sharing with you is our Vita Sana 4-in-1 immersion blender. Now you may wonder, why would I need an immersion blender? The immersion blender is really ideal for food prep, and especially when you're wanting to use smaller portions where you don't want to pull in your heavy duty mixer or your high powered blender. So I'm going to share with you why our 4-in-1 Vita Sana immersion blender needs to be part of your kitchen accessories. Let's start off by talking about the motor. Our 4-in-1 Vita Sana immersion blender has a 400-watt motor, and that is a lot more than many of the other immersion blenders on the market. Now, in addition to that, we also have a turbo feature that you can see. So you can either hit your turbo option, or you can determine what speed you'd like to use by simply moving this dial. Now I'm going to move this in just a little bit closer. I don't know if you'll be able to see it all completely, but keep in mind that you have the versatility of changing your motor speed, and you also have the option of using that turbo option. Now, in addition to that, our immersion blender comes with several fantastic accessories, and let's explore each one of those accessories. First of all, there is the blender attachment. Now, if you're making a morning smoothie just for yourself, this is a great tool to use. And how they work is simply by placing whichever tool you're using onto the motor, and then what you want to do, we've made it so that you can turn it and there's a little lock with a dot, so that way you can make sure that you have it fully locked in place. And each one of the accessories is simply attached in the same way by simply screwing them on, making sure they're locked in place. Now, as I just said, this is the blender attachment. We can, of course, use it for the morning smoothie, but you can also use it to blend whatever you'd like. It also will puree soups and sauces, and you can even use it directly in your cookware. We do not suggest using it in your non-stick or Culinario cookware, but any of our stainless steel cookware options that we have in our Princess House line will be totally suitable for you to place your blender attachment inside. So that's important to know. The second tool that I want to share with you is the masher attachment. Now, no one needs to tell you what to do with a masher. Obviously, you know that you can use your masher for potatoes, you can mash vegetables, you can also use it for refried beans, all kinds of things, even fruit. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, it can go directly in your cookware. Now, in addition to that, another one that you will find so helpful, whether you're making scrambled eggs or you're trying to put together a nice fluffy whipped cream, whatever you may want to do, even a meringue. This is our whisk, and I'm going to tell you, this one comes in really handy. Once again, you just simply attach it to the motor, make sure the lock meets the dot. Once again, I'm going to bring this up so you can see what I mean. And use this in just a few minutes to whip up those scrambled eggs in the morning or whatever you might want. A very handy tool. The next attachment is actually one that many times before you may have had to pull out that huge food processor just to be able to chop up some vegetables, or you might have pulled it out because you wanted to make some homemade salsa. No longer do you have to pull out that big old food processor. Using our 4-in-1 immersion blender along with our food processor attachment will make any of those chores a breeze. Now, I do want to share with you that inside our food processor attachment, we have blades that are extremely sharp, and we guard those blades by making sure we have those nice little guards on them. So if you have small children, please beware and do not use or leave this attachment portion out, because it will really hurt your children or even you. So anyway, this fits inside the food processor. And then if you were wanting to mix up nuts, like sometimes we might like to make crusted fish. So instead of buying the pre-made nuts to crust our fish, we will just put our walnuts or our pecans or whatever we've chosen to crust our fish with inside our food processor. And all you do, once you've placed whatever you have inside, you lock it. And once again, using that wonderful 400-watt motor, you just simply turn it on and attach it. Just that simple. And in just a few minutes, you can have your nuts, your salsa, whatever you would typically use a food processor for, completely finished. Now, the last thing I want to share with you is our beaker. We have a 20-ounce beaker, and this is really good because if you wanted to make your smoothie in it, you could. Anything that you want to make, even a milkshake, you could just simply put your attachment on, such as the blender attachment, and prepare it in the beaker. So, when you purchase our Princess House VitaSana 4-in-1 immersion blender, you don't get just an immersion blender, you get all the capabilities of all these attachments. And trust me, when you have it in your kitchen, you'll find so many uses. You'll say to yourself, what did I ever do without a 4-in-1 immersion blender?